Good morning everybody, and welcome to another video from Tool Travels. You find me back in sunny St. Petersburg, and today I wanted to give you a quick update about what's happening in the country with regard to financials, like how the ruble is doing. Now guys, it's starting to get a little bit tricky for me here in Russia because I'm down to 0 rubles. I have no money. So I have pounds I want to change, but finding a place to actually change them is proving rather difficult. So far in St. Petersburg, I haven't found anywhere to change my British pounds. Everywhere takes USD or euros or just USD even. So yeah, I've been into some of the branches of Sberbank, which is the biggest bank in Russia. And all of them in St. Petersburg have said no. They said they don't change pounds, which is not true, because when I was in Murmansk I managed to change some at Sberbank. So anyway, the last Sberbank I tried in Galleria shopping centre, they told me about another branch that supposedly changes pounds. But last time I was in St. Petersburg, I went to another branch and they told me about another branch, and I went there and they didn't change pounds either, so I'm not so hopeful, but let's go and try. Yeah guys, so yesterday was quite a difficult day for me because after paying my hotel bill, I had enough money for a KFC for lunch, but yeah, after that I was only left with a couple of 100 rubles, but I managed to find a couple of 100 rubles in my suitcase, so I managed to have a simple meal for dinner. I was looking around for somewhere to eat, and I went to the place that got the biggest calorie hit for my money. So I went to this Korean restaurant, and the highlight of my day was going in there, and when it got to paying, they told me because it's late in the day there's a 30% discount. So I was like, woo! I saved myself 100 rubles. Now this morning I really stuffed myself at the hotel buffet breakfast because I didn't know when I was going to be eating again. As I told you in one of my previous videos, exchanging currency in any other way other than through an official outlet is illegal here in Russia. Now they're talking about like prison sentences up to 5 years or something like that, but the articles I've read about it so far have been a bit fuzzy. But later on today I'm gonna acquire some rubles, but that's gonna be later on today, so I'm gonna need some money until then for food and whatnot. So I'm hoping that this branch of Sberbank that I'm going to now accepts British pounds. Oh, it's also worth mentioning that the rate that you get in the banks here is often horrible. So last time I checked, the exchange rate for British pound today is 112 rubles to the pound, and last time I checked Sberbank's rate for buying pounds, it was something like 95. But if you're somebody that wants to buy British pounds in Russia, then the rate you're talking about is something like 130. So the difference between the buy and sell is what, about 25 or something like that. So yeah, they're making a tidy profit. Right everybody, so I'm outside the Moscow center now. I've never been here before, but this is apparently where the Sberbank branch is that changes pounds. So let's see if it's true or not. Okay everybody, so again Sberbank have sent me on a wild goose chase around St. Petersburg. Just went in this branch of Sberbank and they don't accept British pounds. So I wasn't looking to change a big amount of money. I just wanted to get enough rubles to see me through to later on today when I acquire those rubles from that person. Right guys, so I'm going to try one other Sberbank, and if that doesn't work then I'm just going to go back to my hotel and starve for the rest of the day. So this experience hasn't been all bad, to be honest, because there's two good things that have come out of being broke. The first is that yesterday I hardly spent any money at all. You know, ordinarily I might have been frittering away my money on coffees and things like that, but yeah, yesterday I was just eating and that's it. Now the second good thing to come out of the situation is that's kind of inspired and motivated me not to get broke. So prior to arriving in Russia, I was back in the UK and I was withdrawing a lot of pounds. And I thought to myself, should I be changing them into dollars or euros? And I wanted to, but then I was looking at the fees and charges associated with doing that, and I thought, nah, you know, I figure it out when I get to Russia. So yeah, maybe in hindsight that was a bad idea. Okay everybody, so this is Last Chance Saloon for Tool Travels. Will they change British pounds or not? Find out shortly. Okay, that's it everybody. They won't change British pounds, so I've given up. I can't do anything else. I mean, they don't really have currency exchange offices in Russia. I went to one place, Avant-Garde, and they refused to change pounds either, so yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, what really annoys me is that I've been to a few of these Sberbank branches, and in two of them they told me to go to X branch. You know, you'd think they'd be certain I could change the pounds there, but obviously not. They were just guessing. And the second thing that puzzles me is, how on earth did I manage to change British pounds in Sberbank in Murmansk of all places, but in the second biggest city in Russia I can't change them? Okay everybody, so I'm walking home, but I'm just going to stop in every bank that I see on the way home and just try. I mean, over there we got a place called Poshta Bank, Post Bank, so yeah, let's give it a try. Well, that was funny. I was filming the bank there, and this guy came up to me and said, what are you doing with that camera? He said "Spion," which means spy. So I laughed at him and he laughed back, but you know, I think he's a bit serious actually. So guys, I just went into that bank and there was no queue whatsoever. It was mayhem, and as a British person I just can't tolerate that, so I just walked out. I'll try the next place. Okay, so another Sberbank over the road there. I may as well try. Hope there's not a big queue of babushkas in there. Wow everybody, I just managed to change my pounds into rubles, so yeah, that's cool. Good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to sunny St. Petersburg. I wanted to talk to you a bit more about the financial situation here in Russia. Now today the dollar is worth 84 rubles, which is I believe exactly the same as it was in my supermarket video. So since I made that video it's been going up and down a bit, but it's settled at 84 at the moment. So since I last saw you, I've been reading some articles about the financial situation here, and I believe they've made it easier for Russian citizens to get hold of foreign currency. So before there was a limit as to how much they could exchange between now and September later in the year. I believe they've increased that limit, and they've also cancelled the commission rate, which was, I believe, something like 10-15%. So guys, we've seen that the West has been piling on sanctions on Russia with a hope to destroy the Russian economy and the ruble, but so far it's had the reverse effect. The ruble's been buoyant. So for one British pound now in Russia, the Google rate is 110 rubles, which is about the same as last year. So yeah guys, just before arriving in Russia, the pound ruble rate went up to 200 rubles for 1 pound. And then I got to the airport in Belgrade, Serbia, and I was offered 165 rubles for 1 pound. And silly me, I only exchanged enough for 1 day, and I'm kicking myself a bit now. Yeah, so hindsight's a wonderful thing. Now, one of the reasons for the resurgent ruble is that Russia is now asking other countries to pay for Russian gas in rubles. So yeah, for now at least, the Russian ruble is doing just fine, but in the future, who knows? Okay guys, I want to give you an idea of how inflation is hitting me personally on a daily basis. So let's go into the cafe behind me and I'll show you something. So guys, I often like to go into that sandwich shop and have that turkey sandwich, and it used to be 220 rubles and now it's 290 rubles. Even at 220 rubles I thought it was expensive. Now I'm just not buying it at all. And now I'm going to take you to another place I used to go to quite often until inflation kicked in. So check this out, everybody. There's a burger and steak restaurant here called City Grill. They're a chain throughout St. Petersburg. So I used to like to come in here because I could get a steak for about £5 English, 550 rubles. But look at the price now, 900 rubles, so that's £8 something. Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful sunny day in St. Petersburg, and today I'm going to be showing you some more prices in this city. To give you an idea of how cheap the taxis are here, Yandex Taxis, which is the biggest taxi company in Russia. I just took a taxi here to the center from my apartment and it cost me 90 rubles. So that's absolutely amazing. That's about 80 pence. Now imagine in your country if you called the taxi company and you said, hey, I'd like somebody to come to my house, pick me up and take me to the centre, and I'll give them 85 pence. They tell you to get lost. So everybody, I was telling you that St. Petersburg is very dusty and dirty at the moment. So here we have some bloke jet washing the buildings to get all the muck off. Okay guys, now we're at Grizzly Bar. This is one of my favourite places to come in St. Petersburg for a quick bite to eat, because it's cheap and cheerful. So let's have a look at the menu. Where's the food? Burgers, about 400 rubles. Sandwich, about 300 rubles. Yeah, so this is very reasonable. Salads, about 300. Cocktails, about 300-400. Now everybody, behind me we got VTB Bank, and I went in here a couple of days ago to ask about changing money, and they want a notarized copy of my passport. Guten Morgen, mein Lieblings. Another day in the eternally sunny St. Petersburg. Okay guys, so another problem I face in St. Petersburg with only having cash and no credit cards is paying my rent. So yeah, the rental company that I get my apartment from, they don't take cash. So I had to give the cash to an employee of the company. They put it in their bank account. Then they transferred the money from their bank account to the company bank account. So yeah, I was lucky that they could sort that out for me. Okay guys, so the pound ruble rate is getting even worse at the moment. Now it's 99 rubles to £1. Not that I'm watching the exchange rate too much. Come on baby, one more ruble. Let's go. Come on, come on. Damn it. I'm sorry to be nasty, but this fountain or water feature is a bit crap. I don't know why they need a bridge going over it, to be honest. I mean, even a 5-year-old could step over that. Then again, the pigeons seem to like it. Спасибо. So everybody, I just paid 400 rubles for a turkey sandwich and an Americano. So yeah, not so cheap, but not terribly expensive either. So as you can see, this British bakery is bristling with babushkas today because it's Easter here. You saw there at the counter there's lots of Easter cakes. Right everybody, I'm down by the river now and it's very, very windy and fresh today. I actually like it like this. It reminds me of the UK. Anyway, here's the boat station where people go on boat cruises, and there's a ticket office there. I'm gonna go and check out what the prices are like. So here we go, here's some of the prices for the boat tours. Venice of the North, adult 1,100 rubles. Grand St. Petersburg, 1,100 rubles. And nighttime they charge you more for some reason, I don't know why, 1,500. romantic saxophone, 1,800. So yeah, it's almost exactly 100 rubles to 1 British pound, so work that out for yourselves. Here we can see a pleasure boat coming down, quite a lot of people on board. Now I think a lot of tourists this season will be coming from the rest of Russia. There'll be very few European tourists this year. I've heard very few European accents, let's say, or English voices, but I have seen quite a few tourists from the Middle East, India and places like that. In fact, there's direct flights flying from Moscow to Delhi soon, so that's probably going to bring in quite a few more. All right, everybody, I think before I was talking about sanctioned banks in Russia, sanctioned Russian bank. So behind me we have Sberbank, and this is on the list of sanctioned banks. So if you want to send money from another country, a European country at least, to Sberbank, no chance. There are some unsanctioned banks here in Russia, like Raiffeisen or Raiffeisen, I don't know how to say it, and maybe Tinkoff, I think. Or that could have been sanctioned in the last couple of days. I'm not quite sure, but it's still possible with some banks. Okay, everybody, so that is about it from me for this video. So as usual, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll keep you informed of what's going on in this country. All right, bye bye.